Peter Manuma rudely meets him at the Hawaii 45. Peter Manuma breaking that one up.
He plays with great enthusiasm. He hits through contact. He understands the passing game.
Peter Manuma seemed to be the one to punch it loose.
He played phenomenal, playing with his hair on fire. One thing,
My name is Peter Manuma, and I play football for the University of Hawaii. I was born in American Samoa, in Pago. We moved to Hawaii when I was 5 years old, 6 years old, and I grew up in Ewa Beach. Not very much out there, I would say, but sometimes you gotta make the right decision, and for me, at times it was hard. I mean, being a kid, growing up over there, you didn't know right from wrong, so sometimes I just ended up doing it wrong and just learned from it. So my sophomore year of high school, I was on a pylon trip to Las Vegas with Coach DJ at the time, and DJ pulls me out and he says, Coach Rolovich wanted to talk to me. So I talked to him, and at the end of the phone call, he said he wanted to offer me a scholarship to UH. And for me, I was stoked. I called everybody I could on my contacts list. I let everybody know. First person I called was my mom. I mean, it was the best feeling ever. And then senior year, COVID hit. I didn't play a senior season. There was no school. It was like a Zoom. It was a Zoom. So I wasn't really locked in, I guess, in school. I wasn't making the right decisions. I wasn't turning in homework and whatnot. So I had a talk with my girlfriend, who's my fiance now, and she helped me. She helped me a lot. She helped me through that whole process, and I came in that following spring, and I mean, that's where everything began.
The word toughness hovers around the rapidly progressing program. But for one Rainbow Warrior, that word comes nowhere close to properly defining his strength. Freshman safety Peter Manuma, who has played in all 7 games this season, learned at the completion of practice a week ago today that his mother, Kuini, had lost her lengthy battle to breast cancer.
I was at a pretty young age, maybe about 8th grade, going into 9th grade. My mom knew something was wrong with her. She was the only working parent at the time because my dad was dealing with a stroke. She was afraid that if she went to the doctors, they would tell her some bad news and she wouldn't be able to work. Throughout high school and everything, me and my brothers would always try to convince her to, go to the doctors, go see what's wrong. And we kind of had an idea of what it was, but we never knew truly until after graduating senior year. She wanted to make sure that all her sons were good before she, went and dealt with her problems. So she put me and my brothers and our family in front of her needs. So I remember after practices and stuff, I would have to take her straight from here. I would drive back home in Ewa Beach, pick her up, and I would have to take her to chemotherapy, take her to her doctor's appointments, checkups and whatnot. And, it was just like that on a daily basis sometimes. And since she sacrificed everything, what little can I do? Just taking her to her appointments. So right after practices, I would go straight home, take her to wherever she needed, take her grocery shopping, take her on her store runs. And I mean, when I couldn't, my fiance was right there. My fiance was right there to do it for me. And then, when we couldn't, our brothers, of course, were there. So there was always somebody there for my mom. And we knew that she sacrificed a lot for us, so we can always sacrifice for her. She's always on my mind. I always talk to her before the game. I say my prayer, and I always talk stories with her. She may not be here physically, but mentally and spiritually, I know she's there for me. She's watching over me, and it's a blessing playing in front of my family. To be able to have them right there, front row, cheering me on, and I know how much it means to her to see me in this position that I am today. So blessed to be where I'm at, of course, but without her, without my dad, without my brothers, my fiance, I feel like I would not be here. If my mom was here today, of course, I would want to say, I love yous. Of course, give her all the praise. I would tell her how much I appreciate her. And if she was here, I mean, I'll be showing her all my highlights, the highlights that I have. I mean, just trying to love on her, appreciate her. To all the people watching, to all the kids, listen to your parents, mom or dad. Love them while you can, fight the fight. It's not over till it's over. And I mean, you can do it. I believe in you. We believe in you. And all I gotta say is God loves you.